Hey guys, Magnum here. I'm back for another video. It's been quite a while since I did one actually. The reason that is because my laptop broke. It had a huge motherboard failure. Apparently a video card was broken and a couple other issues, but it got fried and I haven't had the money to get a new one or fix it. So it's gonna be a while before I post any more games. Well, video games. In this case, I have gone into the area, like I mentioned in my vlog video, of Airsoft. As I mentioned before, I was very interested in it. I figured it was kind of fun to do, so I figured might as well do a video on one. Now another thing is, I came to establish a couple of rules for you, just in case you're a beginner. Me being kind of like a moderate player, I'm in and out, I know how to play. I'm going to give you a couple of basic things to do if you want to have an airsoft war with your friends. Rule number 1, don't be a baby. Don't be crying if you get shot. You are going into airsoft. It's going to hurt if you get shot. Another one is make sure that the areas you have planned for where you start the game is a good place for your base to be. Let's just say you're playing a game of sorry, the wind is kind of terrible today. I picked a bad day to do this video. But let's just say that you were to choose an area like in Call of Duty, like a spawn point like what I have over here. You want to make it so that way it's kind of inaccessible to get from the outside, and you want to make it so you can get out, and you want to make it so that it's impenetrable if you're in there. Like what I have right here, one second, what I have right here is I have a little base that I set up. It's kind of nothing if you look at it. You can see a bunch of pine leaves and sticks and a board there. And it looks like nothing from the outside, but if you look at it closely, like I'm about to bring you in, I don't think you're going to be able to get an airsoft shot through there. I mean, this is heavy stuff. You're not going to be able to break this. Let's just put that up there and get a piece. They're not going to be able to shoot the small spots. Only the wind would be able to do that. Anyway, now coming to look around on the outside, that's nothing. However, if we were to go on the inside, still trying to think of a new way to get in. See that? I'll come back to that in a moment. But this is the inside of the base. Not to be racist or anything, but my friend is Asian and he's naturally small. We won a war because we ducked back here. As you can see, there's kind of enough space. Allow us to get in here. See? I'm white, so I can't really fit in here. However, he can fit in there. But so we hid behind this wall and they shot at it and they couldn't penetrate the wall. What we would do is we'd aim out a hole over there. Let me move this. Out this hole right here, aimed right over there. I'll show you that area in a moment. Now we're going to move on to the subject of what this is. This right here is a barricade. Built tough. Alright, not tough, but it works. Basically, its goal is to kind of keep, this is, like another rule I was going to mention is make sure to establish at the beginning of the game that you cannot break down the fort, because, see that? I spent hours trying to build that, and you do not want to spend all your time building something only to have it collapse and have them just break it in. But this one is one of those breachable areas that you could get permission to break down. I have guarded this, and you can't see it from here, but it's a hole in a barbed wire fence under it. You got the barbs up here. Rusty, yeah. But down here, it's lifted up. See, this just fell. Like I said, not the best, but it works. This is one of those standard breaching areas. How did this... Oh, I remember right now. You shouldn't have to see this, but I'll see if I can edit it out. This is with my iPhone. This is a terrible camera. But, as I was saying before, that's one of the areas you could breach. So, where my friend is sitting back there, right there, I would be sitting right here next to him, aimed over there and there to make sure that he doesn't break in. Another thing, make sure you have the area around you well known. Because if I have to come over here, as you can see, big open area, entrance to the base. Big open area, entrance to the base. Over there is blocked off, so you're not going to be able to get through that. Let me zoom in on that. You're not going to be able to get through that. And another spot to hide is when it grows, way up there. Not a wise idea if you don't know how to climb a tree, but I do, so that's not a problem with me. But you see, if you really are in a tight situation, a sniper could go up there, aimed over there. The original base that I had set up, it was a barricade right at this opening right here. It went from there, went from right there, all the way to there. Let me just show you, right here. This one, right here. That didn't work out too well. The wind got to it, and besides that, there's one right there, there's a breaching area there, and there's a big part of the fence over there that's dented too, so you can hop right over that. There's fence taken out over there too, but that wouldn't be a big problem. That's what I saw there. However, after looking the situation over again, I decided that it was a pretty bad idea. Now, make sure that if you have melee rules turned on, like in Call of Duty, that you don't make it so you can just go like this to somebody. Here, let me find a good stick. This is a pretty terrible stick. This one's better. So that means they make sure you don't do this to people. And just whip them. Like, make sure that you're only allowed to do this. Or just kind of like poke at them. Which I don't suggest either, just kind of go like this. But that's if you can do it. Another rule that I would say is make sure that the teams are well organized. You have goods and bads on each team so you don't get stuck with an entire bad team against a pro team and they all lose because you want to be greedy. That's not the whole point of this. The whole point of this game is to have fun, to kind of see who would win. Now, another thing I'm going to show you, I'm going to just kind of walk and show you the brief area that we use. We got a park over there. This has been clarified by the police. We can use this area as long as we're not shooting any civilians. Over there is a giant school, if you can see over there. But you can't because my camera is terrible. But we got this area to use because we got permission to use it. Also, that red bridge over there, that is also another area we like to use. We can just hide under there, camp out, make sure that they don't do anything. But as I was saying before, this is another part of the woods that we once did have a base at, but we decided to move it. It was kind of crappy position. Once again, multiple areas where they can just hop over like this. Nasty. Can't see the wire, but that's because it's right there under all of this. All of that. Make sure you, like I said, make sure you choose a strategic area and do not mess with that. Note to self. But as I was saying before, you got all this stuff over here. This is one of the many areas we airsoft in. Another one I'm going to show you right here is the farmer's field right by my house. That's not my house right there, that's a church. But this is the area that we take. You could just hop over this fence here and walk along here. Pardon the shakiness about to come up. I'm going to be running, so yeah. But this is another area that we use. This is the end of the woods that you saw. We call it the woods. Another place I'm going to show you is further down. I call it the canal and snail pit. It is right down here. Right at that bend. I actually use this way to walk home from the high school. That's over there somewhere. But right over here is a canal. Once again, my camera's terrible. I'm sorry, so I'm just going to walk in here. This is a strategic position. Right here, don't look at that. Just right here, you can watch out. This is actually a destined area for one of the bases. We can watch out over every way, march down to find our base, or make sure they don't try to storm the canal. Just get a look at the water. Now, the reason I'm telling you this, it's because if any of you live near Sterling, Illinois, you'd know where I'm talking about, but chances are you don't. Oh God, squirrel. Oh my God, that kind of scared me. Squirrels are not nice, so I'm just going to avoid that squirrel because I don't want to die. But right down here is a canal, and it's very, very steep, as I'm going to use the term right here. I'm right next to the water, as you can see, so you don't want to use that. Right there. Further downstream, I'm going to see if I can just cross over right under here. But yeah, this area has been explored. We know how to use it. I would not suggest using this. However, if you kind of have to, make sure that your weight doesn't crumple the damn thing, and you should be good. There you go, the canal bridge. It's to the other side. Another thing, coming back down here, is that there are multiple hiding spots on that side of the bank. It's also kind of, so don't go over there. On top to add to this, it's really just the snail pits down there. That's what I was kind of trying to get at to show you. So I'll just go around again. I know this video is dragging on way too long, but I got to show you guys the area just in case you ever come out here and want to airsoft. But here we go. We're on our way to the canal. That dip right there is another highly strategical location because I can get my fat ass down here. As I'm not fat, I'm actually underweight for my age. But point is, I can get down here. This is a strategic location because you can get down low, as you can see. And going back to my position up here, it's actually quite a long way up. So there you go. You got a dip right there. That's strategic to use. Snail pit, as I was talking about and promised to show you, is this area right over here. This is the snail pit, as my friends and I refer to it as. It's kind of a rocky, swampy area. We don't usually like to go in it, but, if it's an emergency, you got to do that. We also use that right there. Right there, that's kind of what I call the spy house. We also kind of walk along that main road right there. Small town, I know. We got a big pond over there. There's another park over there. I'll see if I can get across. I might have to jump the canal, so beware. But yeah, this is what it's going to look like airsofting. We're going to get a strategic area. We're going to crawl down the bank if we got to get across. And then you're going to have to jump. If you trust yourself deeply, you would jump here, but I do not trust myself. I have distance, but I don't trust that ledge over there. Pardon the wind issue. I apologize very sincerely about that. My top apologies about that. But like I said, a place you could cross is this. Just simply take a step across. Not a big deal. Now, that right there, beyond there, is a park. If I can just get through here. That, right there, is a park. Tennis court, basketball court, swing sets, childish area. We also use these trees right there. We just kind of goof off sometimes. We also have a hiding place behind that tree right there. And yeah, that's really all that I had to say. Okay, guys, thank you for watching. It's been quite a pleasure coming back to talk to you guys. If you liked this video, thought that what I said had a use to it, click the like button. I'm going for 20 likes. I'm not like that. I'm not really popular yet. My brother is. Picked up on a bus. Go check him out. He loves games. I actually was inspired to do this by him. But like I said, if you like the video, click the like button below. And I guess I will see you guys later. Take care.